the St. Lawrence River. It's as far north as you can go in New York. On that far side, there's Canada. On this side, a small city of about 12,000 people. Massena.
I've been in this area for most of my adult life. And for years, we had some of the great factories here along the river.
As plants started to slow up, they would start to lay some people off and people would move out of the area.
If the town were a measure hummed in the tune of Rust Belt melancholy, it might strike at least one happy note. After all, the city sits along a busy shipping lane that connects the Great Lakes with the Atlantic.
A quarter of all the world's fresh water flows right by the banks of Massena.
And much of that water spins turbines inside the Moses Saunders Power Dam, which, as simply as I can say, produces a whole lot of power. That power helped recruit industry to this area, the same sweat and steel-toe kind that's now leaving.
Global economics have shifted and changed to where that particular business in this particular geographical location in the world doesn't make sense anymore. So there's a migration to a different type of business.
The inside of this former aluminum smelting facility looks different now.
Most people, when they first walk in, it seems a little bit crazy to putting in a digital currency data center here. But for us, the more we've done it, the more we believed it made a lot of sense.
A first difference. The old boss that ran these halls is replaced with Prier Leary. He's a blockchain entrepreneur who co-founded the company that now rents the space, CoinMint.
We created a modularized data center inside of the building. You'll see, right under 700 machines in each container. They're fairly simple machines. It's a computer server that's specifically built to perform the cryptography functions. 3 hashing boards, control board, and fans to cool it.
These computers are verifying Bitcoin transactions and adding them to the network's public ledger. This process is called mining. It's what generates new Bitcoins, which are created as a reward for the miners.
The amount of heat that comes out of a 1,400 watt hairdryer is about the equivalent amount of heat that comes out of one of the machines. So if you step into the exhaust container and you want to envision 700 1,400 watt hairdryers blowing into it, the thing that we need to do is get that heat out of the building.
And as it turns out, this building is really damn good at that. Cool air flows into the rooms from the open floors.
It goes up to the vaulted ceiling and out the monoduct,
sending that exhaust outside where it won't overheat the machines.
The dam is within around 5 miles of here, so there's transmission lines that run their 115,000 volt. 3 transformers here connected to those transmission lines. Inside the pot rooms, there's connect to additional transformers, which step it down to the electricity that can be used for our machines.
Rather than buying power from a local utility, CoinMint went straight to the source.
We buy electricity on the open markets at market rate on a similar playing field that, or the same playing field that a regular utility would.
Their cost, at the time of this writing, is $26.67 per megawatt hour. That's a huge savings compared to the statewide retail average of about $200 per megawatt hour.
In the Bitcoin network, approximately every 10 minutes, a new block is generated. The miner that solves the hash for that block basically will get the reward. The current reward is 12.5 Bitcoins, plus the transaction fees for that 10-minute period.
The reward will go down over the years. And while Leary won't say just how many Bitcoins are generated here every day, he does say he is keen on the transaction fees.
So the transaction fees can be half a Bitcoin up to, I think, back in December when the network was going crazy, we saw as much as 6, 7 Bitcoins could be the transaction fees. There will be a point where transaction fees will become greater than the base mining reward. It'll be interesting to see, how it all plays out.